Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner, Boston 24. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good on this side. As always, God is great, God is good, and I won't complain. I won't complain, okay? Pardon me. So just a little bit of afterthought about Benavidez and Caleb Plant, the fight on Saturday. Benavidez won a fight by unanimous decision. I did a video on this already, but just a little bit afterthought. What's next for Caleb Plant? What could be next for David Benavidez? And what could be next for Canelo? Will David Benavidez actually get that fight? You know, I don't think if Caleb Plant would have won this fight, that he was going to get a rematch with Canelo anyway. I just don't think that would have happened. I don't think it was necessary because he got stopped. It ain't like it was a close fight. He got stopped at the end of the day. And to those who keep saying that he was winning the whole fight up to the stoppage, go back and watch the fight, as I have done many times, and you will see in the beginning of the fight, even in the beginning, Canelo doesn't throw a lot of punches anyway. But he threw a one shot here, 2 shots there, and he was hitting them anywhere. Arm, chest, stomach, body, wherever he could catch Caleb Plant. By the 6th round, you could see his whole body language was changing due to the fact that he had stamina issues, but also he looked like he was wore out already, like the effect of the punches was getting to him from Canelo. In this fight with David Benavidez, it took a little bit longer, but it was still the same thing. He was gassing out. That's something that, he has to work on. I don't know the cause of it, but physically he looks in shape, but internally he might have some things going on. Could be a temperature issue, the temperature in the fight, the humidity, it could be the atmosphere, it could be different things, different factors, but at the end of the day, he was getting touched up as well, okay? And so, he was expending a lot of energy moving around like he did with Canelo, moving. And if you can't keep that up, then you're gonna get tired. You're gonna gas out, you're gonna run out too, okay? Everybody's not gonna beat Floyd Mayweather and have that kind of energy. So what's next for Caleb Plant? I really don't know. I think you need to reassess his fight game and what he's going to do, because at the end of the day, he lost to Canelo, he got stopped. He beat Anthony Durrell, and Anthony Durrell is not the same Anthony Durrell that fought Benavidez a few years ago, but he beat him, he stopped him, and now you come off another loss, and really you could have got stopped in this fight. You was hurt a few times. Kenny Bayless bailed you out, and particularly in that 8th round. But it was a couple of times in that fight where you got the break. You was holding, you were clinching a lot, grabbing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with grabbing if you're hurt. But constantly holding and pulling somebody and holding their arm, I think he should have got warned for that at least. And then eventually taking the point, because you're holding. You messing up the flow of the fight, okay? And it was like he just didn't want to. It looked like Caleb Plant just didn't want to get knocked out no matter what. Like, you know what, I might lose this fight, but I'm just not going to get knocked out by the Mexican monster. Looked like that was his body language in that fight. So going forward for him, who are you going to fight? Charlo, if he comes up. Andre, I'm sure, will fight him. Maybe he could fight Andre. David Benavidez, I know he wants Canelo. But he got to think, if I don't get Canelo, what am I going to do? I think he needs to move up to 175. If he don't get, pardon me, if you don't get that Canelo fight, man, just move up to 175. Take on Bivol, Benavidez, take on those challenges, man. I think he's a good fight for either one. 50-50 fights with both. Um, Bivol is a very good boxer. Probably have a little more issues with him. Benavidez is just pretty straightforward. He's strong. But Benavidez is strong and he's straightforward. So that'll be who can outlast the other. He probably hit Benavidez more than he was able to hit Caleb Plant, so he may stop him faster. But Bivol will probably be a little more work. As for Canelo is getting ready to fight John Ryder in May in Mexico. It's a fight I don't really agree with. I don't believe John Ryder deserves this fight. Canelo's doing it anyway, regardless of what I think and what I say and anybody else. After that, he said he wants Bivol, but I just saw an interview where he said it depends on what Bivol wants, if he asks for this or he asks for that. So it's a possibility that fight may not happen. So now, Canelo, what you gonna do? Fight Benavidez. That's the right thing to do. Give him a shot. I think Canelo has more power than Benavidez, especially more one-punch power. I think he's a live dog in that fight, absolutely. I think he can beat Benavidez. I'm not going to say it would be easy, but I think he can beat him. I think Benavidez would definitely have to fight different than he fought Caleb Plant. Going forward with Bivol, Benavidez, and Canelo, he would have to fight different. He could have used his jab to close the distance better and throw more combinations. He wasn't really doing that. It was like he was just trying to get that one shot. You can't do that with Canelo. Canelo's a slick boxer and he got defense, right? And you throw yourself out, and then he's a counterpuncher. He'll connect. He'll catch you. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. If he could catch Caleb Plant like that, he could catch Benavidez too. So I think for the three, that's what I see. I would love to see Benavidez and Canelo. And then the winner of that fight Bivol, and then the winner of that fights Benavidez. That's what I think should happen. I think Caleb Plant needs to reassess his fight game, and if so, fight Andre or try to get Jamal Charlo if he's willing to fight. That's pretty much it. I think that's really neat how it should go. Again, I think Kenny Bayless bailed Caleb Plant out a few times in that fight. He was too much involved, very much involved, and he's one of my favorite trainers, but he did a little too much on Saturday. Caleb Plant, though, he did fight, but he also came not because he didn't want to get knocked out, and I believe that was definitely part of his fight plan. I'm not getting knocked out no matter what by this dude. You don't want to hear that. I don't want to come off a knockout, a win, and then another knockout. He wasn't trying to have it. So he was going to hold and grab regardless, and that's what he did. So that's really my take on these fighters and the fight. And leave your comments. Let me know how you feel about it. Somebody made some comments earlier on my take of the fight before it happened, and they kind of agree with things I said. I don't know everything, but I do know some things. Some things are just basic. And again, Benavidez, you gotta use that jab, man. Caleb Plant, he puts his arm out, he throws the feints, he throws a little jab here, there, he try to catch you with the combinations, he moves. But he got some things to work on as well. You know, and Canelo lately, he's been looking for that one shot too. So it's going to be interesting, man, to see how these fights go. That's all I really got right now, y'all. Peace and blessings in this corner, Boxer 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments. Let me know how you feel. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.